Welcome back, Free Rocky Nation fam. It's me, Amanda. First, I need to give a shout out to the family of Simon Munoz for supporting our work. The Free Rocky Nation cannot exist without your help. Thank you so much. You may notice I am not wearing makeup today. I didn't have the energy for it. I didn't have the energy for my hair either. This brings us to today's episode. I need my dad's help. I need to give you some background information. I was born with Hashimoto's thyroiditis, just like my father was. I was also born with endometriosis. I didn't actually know about my endometriosis until 2009. I learned about my Hashimoto's in 2017. Between 2009 and 2015, I lost 2 pregnancies due to these comorbidities. Since age 15, I have been on various forms of birth control. After 22 years, I officially quit birth control in January of 2022. Thank you, Nexplanon, for giving me cystic nodular acne. That's what all this is around my face. The worst possible form of acne. I'm still suffering from this today. After quitting birth control, my body's hormones seem to be returning to normal, aside from the constant battle with my hormonal acne. In August of 2022, my menstrual cycle stopped for 77 days. I saw my doctor. She ordered lots of testing, and I mean lots. I have done a complete blood cell count, a TSH test for my thyroid, a thyroid antibody test for my Hashimoto's, an STD test, a pap smear, a mammogram, and so many pregnancy tests. Every test has come back normal or negative or within normal limits, however you want to word it. Basically, all the testing has rendered zero direction for the doctors to go. In October of 2022, my body switched gears entirely. I began menstruating heavily and without stopping. I had several instances where I had bled through my products and my clothing. If you have bled for long periods of time for any reason, then you know how draining this experience can be mentally and physically. I am working with my primary doctor to obtain referrals to specialists like an endocrinologist and a gynecologist. I can't tell you how many phone calls I have had to make to explain that I need to see a specialist now before I bleed to death, For reasons beyond my understanding, the referral process keeps getting interrupted. Yesterday, I had a 5-minute conversation on the phone and accomplished something that I had been waiting 12 days for the specialist office to do. I scheduled my own appointment. I don't know why that took 12 days, but it took me 5 minutes. I scheduled the appointment for February of 2023. Because sure, after 3 months of almost nonstop hemorrhaging, what's another month? Am I right? Ultimately, I will need a hysterectomy. I have talked about this surgery with my general physician for years. I have not gone through with the hysterectomy because I have not been able to afford the time off of work. I have also needed help. As I've said before, I am a single parent. In 2018, I broke my leg. 1 leg, 2 fractures, very painful. That experience showed me just how difficult it was. That experience showed me just how difficult recovery can be for my son and me. relying on other people to get to and from appointments, getting my son out and off the bus while I was on crutches. That was fun. No. Cleaning my house using my computer chair because it has wheels, and having my groceries delivered instead of shopping for them myself. Not something I typically would do or pay extra for, but here we are. That's where I was after I broke my leg. I know I've mentioned Senate Bill 2129 before. My dad is the poster child for this bill. Now, State's Attorney Farha needs to use that legislation and initiate a petition. His petition to resentence my father to time served would then go before the courts. A judge would agree and sign it. My father would be released immediately. Then he could come to my house and help me finally get the surgery I need. I would definitely appreciate having a second driver in the house. So please urge State's Attorney Gary Farha to submit that petition under Senate Bill 2129 to resentence my dad to time served. You can email State's Attorney Farha at GF as in Foxtrot, ARHA at co.adams.il.us. That's gfarha at co.adams.il.us. Or you can write to him at 521 Vermont Street, Quincy, Illinois, 62301. Let State's Attorney Farha know that you do not think he is soft on crime or that he should be canceled. He is very worried about being subjected to cancel culture if he were to initiate a petition under Senate Bill 2129 for any inmate that was sentenced from Adams County. Let State's Attorney Farha know that you do believe, that my father, Larry Harris, N57672, has served long enough for the 2 armed robbery charges. Remember to mention that my father is not a threat to society, but my father is in danger of dying alone in prison and missing out on his final years of being a grandfather. Subscribe to the Free Rocky Nation YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with our most recent videos. Share our videos. More views equals more news. Listen to the Free Rocky Nation on Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Pandora, and Spotify. Follow us on Instagram. Email us with your questions, comments, or experiences. Email address freerocky@freerockynation.org. Don't forget to visit our blog, freelarryrockyharrisx2.com. Like us on Facebook at Larry Rocky Harris 1959. Buy my dad's books on Amazon. You'll find titles such as Never Ending Nightmare that chronicles his sham trial that brought him the 65-year sentence, 100 Filthy and Raunchy Jailhouse Jokes, 100 More Filthy and Raunchy Jailhouse Jokes, and The Prisoner's Guide to Filing a Winning Grievance. Like what you're hearing on the Free Rocky Nation, join the Munoz family, and support us by visiting our Patreon page, patreon.com/freerockynation. Monthly subscribers get free Rocky Nation merch.